So today's install is putting the fog lights on the GMC Sierra 5th generation. Like others have noted, not sure why a vehicle that's this expensive doesn't already come with fog lights. But this is the kit that you get from General Motors. I like it because I want that button right there that says fog lights. So you get all this equipment. You have two harnesses. You have this one, and then this is a little jumper cable that come in the kit, along with some zip ties, two fog lights, and the two new housings. Do not throw away what appears to be an instruction sheet. On it has the authorization code so that they can flash the BCM. So it doesn't come with instructions. I found a set online, so I'm gonna walk through how it goes. I'm going to install all the hardware first and then work my way back into the wiring of it. So the first thing first, I am going to start taking out the blanks that are under the headlights there, and then I'll put in the new switch in the dash. So you start by removing this trim panel that covers your fuses. And then you work in and you get these two Torx. There's one here. There's one down here. They're both T15. Then you'll be able to remove this piece and swap out that switch. On the back side of the switches, you have these plugs, and the way to get them out is you need to slide this red piece out first and then press down, and then it just slides out of the switch. Do that for both so that you can get this guy out. And then we can go ahead and take these out and put in the new switch. So on the switch that you're pulling out, you have these two tabs that hold it in on each side. The way to get those out is you have to use just a little flat bladed screwdriver to kind of push this while you pull the switch up, and then work your way onto the other side. Once you get this one out, then it's just a simple swap in the new switch and put this back together, because this side is done. Next thing I'm doing is moving the wheel so that you can come in here and take out the liner. You don't have to completely remove it, just to get some more space behind here. Again, using the same T15, take out 3 or 4 just so we can move this back and get some more access behind it to get to where the housing for the fog light is going to be. Okay, so for those of you that have the block heater plug like I do, you'll figure out pretty quickly that you can't pull that plug out. It is a one-time use kind of plug. Nothing comes out on the outside. It is held on by this giant spring, and that maintains pressure on it. So to get it out, if you follow that cord back, there is a plug, and you'll need to take that out so that you can take off all the hardware here. And then this will be able to come out like that. Then you'll be able to put the new plug back in, or the old plug back into the new outlet, and then replug everything back in. You may also find it easier before you put this housing and the light back in, to locate where these are going to go. It's a little easier when everything's kind of apart, and you can kind of see in here to know that there's going to be one here, there's another one right up here by my finger, and then there's a third one over here on the left side as you look inside. But you can use that to match up before you put the light in. So I had to remove a little more than I wanted to, or a little more than I had intentionally thought. The grill, the front valence piece comes off, the top radiator top comes off. That's the only way I found that I could route that wiring harness into the bumper, and then up against the other wiring harness that's in here. You'll see this one comes with a double sided wiring or tie clip, so just put that in and then zip tie it to the existing wiring harness, and then you'll be good to go, and just kind of follow that routing over to the other side. Okay, so we got the lights put in. All the hardware is installed now. You can see it looks good. They're firmly mounted. I ran the wiring harness behind the bumper, zip tied it to the harness for the parking sensors. Got this one in. This one also has the engine block heater on this side, on the driver's side. So that's the hardware portion of the installation. One last thing you have to do in this harness that's installed, they give you one that's supposed to hook into where the headlight is on the passenger side. So you unhook the harness from the light bulb, plug it into the harness, plug the harness back into the light bulb, and then you have this other piece that comes up, but we're going to hook it into this box underneath. Have to take this one apart next. Right, so on mine I had to remove, I had one already in the location for it. Before you can remove it, you'll see this little white piece on the side. You need to pull this out before you can use your little pin removal tool to get this one out. Once this one's out, then we can go ahead and insert the other one. But the key to getting it out is removing this piece from the side. The next step is on the BCM on the driver's side. If you see in the little diagram there in the upper right, you want to look at the brown connector on the BCM. If it already has a wire present in that location, you don't need to run the jumper wire. And mine already does have that wire, so I don't need to run that one. I can skip this step along with trying to route it through the firewall and plug it into that same green connector that I just plugged in the headlight or the fog light harness into anyways. So I can skip those steps. Now I have everything buttoned back up. It is ready to be flashed. So once you go over and get the BCM flashed, this is what you'll come back with. The fog lights working. But one of the advantages to having the factory switch that you install here is not only do you get the factory look, you get the light that shows up in the dashboard, letting you know that your fog lights are on. Some of the other kits that are out there are always on when your lights are on. I like this one because it notifies you that you have fog lights on. It's a factory look, and it's just cleaner in my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching.